men like Andrew Tate because they are still not 100% understanding of the truth. Right. Once again, this is not a diss on Andrew Tate. No. Right. He doesn't have to be. He's a multi-millionaire, well-to-do dude. He don't have to go get married and get kids right now. But I'm just saying men like him, and the majority of men like him, the majority of men who are in this RP community, that's why I always tell you guys the RP community isn't 100% the truth, right? If they realize the truth, they would say, okay, yeah, if a woman was giving me advice on the truth and I didn't know that advice before. Yep. For example, right, if a woman told me, hey, when you're looking for another woman to actually be your wife, she should have these feminine qualities. Yeah. Right? I agree. She should try to be nice. She should try to be caring. She at least should know how to cook, right? She shouldn't be a hoe. 304, I'm sorry, right? So a point is, if a female out there, let's say you're a man and you didn't know these things about the truth, about what the woman should be bringing to the table, right? And you have this quote-unquote woman friend, right, who's giving you this advice, like, hey, you should be looking for someone who's beautiful and pleasant and well-to-do and not like, a bitch and stuff like that. Then that's giving you good advice. Yeah. But that's... Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of His and Hers. This is my lovely wife,
Sim. Welcome back, guys. Woohoo! And I've noticed, honey, it's going up.
We are so close,
stoked,
honey.
So stoked.
I think the last time we checked, guys, we were about 5 or 4 subscriptions away, right, from hitting 1,000. So everyone out there, please subscribe to the channel, right? All you shadow watchers out there, quit shadow watching.
Get out of the shadow and join us. I know you believe in our content. So, hey, come on, let's show us some love and share.
Yeah. If you've been just watching from the back, right, without, obviously letting us, subscribe to our channel, right? Just watching out there, viewing us, getting all these view counts up, but not actually subscribing to the channel, guys. Obviously, you appreciate the content, right? Yep. So subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Right, turn on your notification bell. Ding. Right, share, of course. Please share. Share the truth, guys. Right, and of course, debunk the lies. Yep. And of course, comment. We love comments, negative or positive.
Yep, good or bad. Just comment down there. And you guys remember, okay? It doesn't cost you anything. You want more content from us? You want more reactions? Whatever, all the other videos? Please press the like button. That's the only way we know that you guys are showing interest in it. So that way we can make more content for you guys, okay? So let's do that.
Yeah. We love reacting to other videos as well too, because I think you guys appreciate our insight, right? Yep. Kind of our marriage, kind of red pill content to this community, right, guys? So please let us know if there's other videos you guys want us to react to, and we'll definitely try to fit it in. Go check out our channels, guys, over at His and Hers YT. And as we told you guys on the last previous videos, right, we got our new studio, honey. Contractors are hard at work, getting it all painted, getting the floors done. So we'll get you guys posted about, obviously the progress of it. We'll post some photos, shoot some videos, and that'll kind of be some of the new content we'll provide for you guys moving forward.
You're gonna be walking through our progress in our life, what we've done, our little sometimes daily things. I mean, what we're doing and whatever else.
We'll try our best to bring you guys along with it, right? Because and it's not about bragging or anything like that, but I think it could be motivational. Let you guys know that hey, it's always a grind. It's always this pursuit of the truth, right? That we talk about. Okay. In that regards, honey, this is going to be the last video, guys, right, of this long video that we've been reacting to. But it's been great. It's been a lot of good content. And I think, once again, it's because, it's us focusing on the truth, right? It's our content pointing out to you guys and giving you guys advice about the truth and how it relates to all these other videos and content that's been kind of, shown recently. And it is the Andrew Tate and CHIAN Reynolds, right? Grilling season 2, episode 7, right? They do not get along. So this is going to be part 6, guys. Go check out our parts 1 through 5 if you need to get caught up, okay? So let's begin.
Here we go.
Who are semi-deprived. You have an abundance of food. If you have a fridge full of food all the time, you don't eat all the time. Sometimes you just don't want to. It's always there, right? But if you're starving, as soon as food appears, you're all over it. It's the same with sex. Any dude is like, wow, threesome, okay, I need. It's a guy who's deprived. A guy who has as much as he wants all the time ain't going to be really that interested in it.
So you're comparing women to food. Okay.
Correct.
What would you do if I was going on girls' holidays every other month?
I'd have to shut that down. I think it's disrespectful.
Do you go on a lot of holidays?
I can do whatever I want.
We're not actually going to go there with this bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
Double standard shit. This man has so many double standards. Like, it actually doesn't make sense. I think he honestly believes, like, his own rubbish.
It's not double standards.
Yes, it is.
There's different standards.
But I'm saying, but if you're out every month doing this, doing that,
Correct.
I'm going to do the same to
No,
keep
no,
myself
no.
entertained
No,
and occupied.
no.
Yes, what you think I'm going to wait at home for you?
Yes.
And just wait there and look like an idiot. Then
Yes.
probably see you
You don't
upload on
look
Instagram. Here's this lifestyle, and see you with loads
You
of
don't
women
look like an
around
idiot.
you.
You
No.
look like a loyal woman, as you should. There's no way I would allow there's no way I would allow you to go on all these girls' holidays. That's very disrespectful. I'm a territorial man. That does not mean jealous or insecure. It means I care about you. Anything I care about, I want to protect and love. It doesn't matter how much you love me back. It doesn't matter if no man on earth could talk you into bed. It's not about that. It's about the disrespect.
So it's okay for you to disrespect me.
It's not disrespectful for me to go on holidays or go work with my boys and
What
get
if
my
my
work done.
holidays are work trips?
No, they're not. That's impossible. You're not running the world like I am. That's bullshit.
How do you know?
I know these things. Don't lie to me.
This is what I'm saying,
Please
though,
don't
but
lie
you
to me.
wouldn't.
Don't lie to me. It's absolutely disrespectful for a woman to be with a man and then want to run around with her girls and pretend she's still single. She shouldn't even want to. The fact she even asked to go in and of itself is disrespectful. I shouldn't have to tell her not to do that.
Listen, I will call all of my girls and go on a girls' holiday just to piss you off, mate. What if I went on holiday twice a year with the girls?
You wouldn't want to.
Okay. I don't want to, like I said, these conversations, guys, not to try to, we've been kind of stopping and reacting to a lot of it. That's the reason why it's been so many series. But the reason being is people go off on tangents when they start having these conversations, right? They start talking about one topic and then they start going on to some other thing. And so it's like, to make the conversation concise, we need to kind of focus on each little thing, right? So what is your thoughts, honey? Obviously, they were finalizing the whole continuation of the whole in the beginning, right? Sex compared to like food or water, right? And of course she's like, oh, well, you're comparing me to food now, right? So that's one more shaming language, right, guys? And then of course this whole men and women are equal, right? And so if you do this, I can do this, right? And so if you're going out on guys' trips, why can't I go out on girls' trips, right? So what is your thoughts about that, honey?
Well, it's Ari. Like,
Talk to the mic, honey.
Well, I'm just saying, like, women, it's a little different sometimes, okay? Like, especially with a girls' trip, depending. One thing, like, we have a girls sort of, just to go out and chill with your girls a little bit, but girls' trip is different because depending how you dress, how you're acting, you're showing yourself to these other men, especially you're not wearing your ring or whatever else, or you don't, if you don't like say, hey, I'm married or whatever else, you don't wear your ring and whatever else, men don't know that. So you're sort of instigating, you're having fun, you're girls, on vacation, like you're single. You can't act that way. It's different when you're married or whatever else, that's not the kind of things you're supposed to portray.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to give context.
There you go.
Okay, so let me finalize the whole thing of her saying, oh, you're comparing me to food, right? No. It's your values, right? So like I said, it's your fidelity. That's what they were talking about, right? So it's like you cannot go give your food away, right, and expect us to be happy with it, right? So let's give you guys some context because there's a lot, guys. We got to break it down, and where we always have to remember where to start, mama, right, is the truth. Once you focus on the truth, then you can focus on the values, right, that gives the truth the best outcome. Right? Let's talk it from her side first. Yeah. The reason why men are not, we are against our women, right? Our wives, our significant others going out on girls' trip. And this is where I said we need to provide some context is because we know these modern women nowadays, they're not going on girls' trips to go sightsee. Right? Or go check out some place new and try a new restaurant and freaking, and go shop somewhere new, right? Yeah. Right? No, they're trying to go get attention from other men. Go get validated. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those trips, let's say it's a very innocent trip and you're just going out there to go sightsee and go out and do it, right? Because my wife does do this. Yeah. I'm not allowed to sit here and say, oh, my wife's never been out before by herself. Okay, guys? That would be straight capping to you guys, okay? But the key is there are going to be men, right, especially high-value men who are obviously a little bit more protective of their woman, right? They're going to say, well, it's like allowing my woman to be out there and potentially be hit on by another man. right? And so it depends on the activities.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's finish this context first on the women's side. Is about activities. If you're just going out with your cousin, or let's say your best friends, right, and you go to the mall shopping, right, or let's say you do go take a girls trip where you're going to Italy and trying to go eat out all the nice Italian restaurants, right? Of course, you ladies are gonna dress nice. If you're beautiful like my wife, you're gonna dress up, which I want her to. So yes, there is always this potential, right, of maybe a man seeing them out and about and trying to hit on them.
Yeah.
But the key is, guys, if your wife is correct in terms of her truth and her values, she's just going to dismiss that man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm married. Hey, I have no interest in you.
I
I'm
got a
sorry.
ring on my finger,
Exactly,
you
right?
know?
The problem is, once again, the context, right? He's speaking to CHIAN because he knows she's a modern woman. He's speaking to the general viewership because he knows the majority of men that's viewing this clip here, they have to deal with the modern woman. And these modern women, they're not going to restaurant trips, okay? They're gonna go dress out there and go to freaking a yacht, right? Go onto some millionaire's yacht, right? Go to some freaking Drake's birthday party, right?
If they look good.
Yeah, and so in essence, they're
Only if
they're
they look
gonna put themselves in a position to be validated and hit on by other men, right? The whole hypergamous nature, right? So ladies, we have nothing against you guys, quote unquote, doing ladies trips, right? But we know it's the intent, right? If you actually do that to intent, but we can just tell already by her reaction saying, well, I can do whatever I want. That word right there, I can do whatever you want, tells us that, well, that means you're going to try to go and use your hypergamous nature to potentially put yourself in a situation that you would obviously potentially cheat with your fidelity, right? And so that's the problem, right? Okay, him. Ladies, I get it. If you have a high value man and he has to work all the time, and and you can't control him, right? Because his values are so high that he has options, right? First of all, this is a very rare man to begin with, right? Even like some high value men like myself, I can't pull off what Mr. Andrew Tate is doing.
Well, because he's not married or with kids.
Well, I was going to get to that. Thank you, honey. We're jumping the gun. I was just about to get to that last aspect, the truth, right, guys? But let's say I'm not. We don't have kids, right? The majority of us, even if we're significantly well-to-do, we don't have all our values high enough and the capability high enough to do what Mr. Tate is doing, right? And so Mr. Tate is going to go like, hey, I know I have a wife at home. I know she has, my kids. And, she's saying, but yeah, I'll still go bang some other bitch, right? Because he's given himself that potential to do that. I'm not saying it's right, guys, but remember how many times we tell you the truth has nothing to do with morality. It's the capability of doing it, right? But now we're going to go into what my wife just said. If we focus on the truth, both genders, women and men, this is where the women should have no fear of this high value man going out and doing that. He will go out to boys' trips. He'll hang out with his boys, right? He'll go out to dinner, whatever, for work-related purposes. He will. And in the back of his mind, he's going to say, yes, I could go bang this bitch, but why should I? I don't need to. I have a wife and a kid at home that I need to focus on, right? Does that make sense, guys? So one, that like I said, controlling that sexual urge from our last video that we did, honey,
you gotta
right?
watch that one. Go check it out.
So it's the truth, guys. Once again, if we both focus on the truth, none of this insecurities on both sides would matter.
True
okay?
that.
All right.
I definitely would.
No, you wouldn't. No, you're with me. You don't want to. We go on holidays together. We go places together. When I have to go places with just the boys, you stay home. You do not go on girls' holidays. It's disrespectful. I find it disrespectful. It's like a slap in the face.
How is it?
Because why would you want to do that if you're with a man you love? You wouldn't want to do that. I shouldn't even have to tell you not to do that.
So you're going to have me just at home looking stupid whilst you're doing that
How
lifestyle?
do you look
No, but I'm
stupid?
saying if you're just going to go up and do lifestyle...
You're obsessed with people thinking you look stupid.
I'm obsessed with the double
people,
standard.
No,
actually.
people will look at you and go, wow, she is a loyal wife.
But that's
who
for you and
obeys,
your ego. But this is for your... It's not about obeying.
Yeah, it is. She loves her man. She doesn't need to go on none of these girls' holidays to Ibiza, run around being a hoe. She's over all that shit.
How am I being a hoe? It could just be like women just go on holiday to have fun.
And
They
men
can
will
have
try and
children.
sleep with you.
So? Doesn't mean the women are.
Correct.
This is what I'm saying. You need to
Agreed.
stop with this narrative.
No, agreed.
No, but you
Agreed.
have a warped reality.
It's not warped reality because we agree.
Yes, you do. Okay.
We agree.
Okay.
No, you're not moving on to the next
Yes,
question.
we are moving
No,
on.
we agree.
Okay.
We agree. You're right. They're going to try, and you're not going to let them. I agree. If I walk out to the car park, it doesn't matter how good the locks are on my car. If someone's trying to break into my car, am I going to let them keep trying? No. No. It's disrespectful. It's mine, and no one comes near it because it's mine. No one's going to try and steal it. For me to put it in a place where people are going to try and steal it is nothing less than irresponsible. My female is taken care of and has a fantastic life. She does not need to go on holidays to fucking Mykonos and be a hoe on some random table. Some random table because her friend met some dude on fucking Tinder. No, stay home. Stay home.
Yeah, but it's not. But this is like, I feel like you're enabling to this whole like controlling and manipulating.
It's not controlling.
Yes, it is.
To say
Yeah, but the way you just said it, yeah, with that kind of like
tenacity.
Yeah, like for me, it's just
It's not controlling to say to your woman,
okay,
if you want a holiday, we'll go. Yeah, the way I said it angered you because everything I say is deliberately designed to anger you.
You have this power and control issue, and I feel like it's just mad.
It's
like,
not power and control.
Going on holiday with your girls going on holiday with their friends is not an unreasonable thing. It's a normal thing. Women should be able to do it.
In some relationships.
Okay.
But in my relationship.
Just not in this one.
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
Cool. What would you do if we just met and we've had a one-night stand and I've got pregnant?
The baby's innocent.
Okay, that was. I wanted to continue on that topic, so I'm glad they kind of continued on this whole, right, like, I don't want you out because you're my woman, and obviously men and women are the same. I can go out when you can go out. So what do you think, honey? What do you want to add to this? Because I got a lot to add.
Well, I guess it's from different women, right? Because I mean, I've had like, with my girls, we do like our 30th birthday and then we go somewhere, but we don't go anywhere that far. And because you know me, you know how my personality is. That's why we have that relationship of trust. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, we're each other's first. We've known each other since 16, so definitely know your wife. So we have that trust bond. Mm-hmm. But with today's women, they're not like that. Most of the young girls out there, they're flirting and doing all this other craziness or dance or, it's like, I don't know. So that's why I can see where Tate is looking at because of the modern women's, ideology of them going to girls' night out. They get all crazy. They're drinking. They're dressed like, I don't want to say, but 304s, and we don't do that. We don't do that. We're conservative. We're, if we're you see, I take pictures. I send every pics most of the time to my husband. We chat almost every single time. Yeah. So like he knows we have that trust bond. He knows my personality. It's straightforward. I don't do things stupid like that. So.
The truth, guys. Mm-hmm. The truth. I'll always get back to the truth, right? My wife and I are so focused on the truth, which everyone should be, guys, right? That you wouldn't do it because you're going to put that at jeopardy. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to say something that's going to be controversial, right? Like, I guess the truth is always controversial in this day and age, right? But I'm going to say something that the RP community, the manosphere, is not going to like me hear me say, right? Mm-hmm. You are insecure, right? Andrew Tate came off as very insecure.
For that part.
And this is not a diss on the man, but this is just because, once again, no one realizes the truth anymore, right? Your woman can go out there and freaking go on a girl's trip if you guys are both focused on the truth, right? You don't need her staying at home and worrying about my Lambo being parked inside and freaking no one's trying to break into the Lambo, okay? Right? But your wife isn't going to be somehow swooped up by a man of such a high caliber, and I don't know, he's such a womanizer that he says all the right things that she's going to be like, oh my God, I'm just going to sleep with this guy because he made me feel a certain way. If your wife and if your woman is on the purpose of the truth, you have nothing to worry about. Nope. And then let's be honest too. I'm gonna say another thing that's gonna feel bad. Maybe I'm less insecure than freaking Mr. Tate. Okay. If your wife does that shit, fucking leave her. Who gives a shit? You're a fucking multimillionaire. Go fucking marry somebody else. Fuck it. Why are you fucking worried about it for? I ain't. If my wife goes and cheats on me, I'll tell you fucking one guy's 100% right now. My wife tomorrow fucking cheats on me. I'm dumping her ass. I'll take care of the kids. They had nothing to do with it. But if we're not on the same purpose of the truth, if we're not both committed to the truth, then we don't have to do this. Nope. Right? And there's no point in sugarcoating this. Like I said, the truth is there's no morality about the truth. It's the outcome. Do we want the best for our kids or not? And the best for our family or not? Yeah. And if we don't want that, then let's go ahead and call it quits. and we can go on and do it something else. If I lost all my money tomorrow,
we'll work it again.
Exactly. You think Mr. Andrew Tate cares about fucking if he loses all his money? I guarantee you he'll be like, fuck it, I'll make more money tomorrow. Right?
Bounce back up.
So,
I mean, you have to bounce
so
back
high
up.
value men, and I hear this on Fresh and Fit all the time. I hear this fucking all over. I don't give a shit. Take my fucking Lambo. I'll fucking buy another Lambo. That's what I don't get. It does sound fucking insecure. Right? So when ladies talk about, like I said, we got to focus on the truth. Quit having these emotional / irrational conversations, right?
Can I say something, honey?
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to look you straight in the eye, okay? You pick the person, right? You should vet them out. Okay, you would know their personality,
And
right?
You would have tested them over time.
Yes, you would test it. You would know their
Correct.
personality. If a man is telling you, hey, girl, you can't go out shopping. No, you can't go out to your girls, or guys doing the same thing, vice versa. The woman is saying, hey, no, I don't want you to, go hang out with your buddies tonight. Or, I can't have you go to a guy's trip. You're both insecure. If you're telling each other you can't do this, that means you have no trust in each other.
Yeah.
What is a marriage? What is a relationship? To trust one another.
It's kind of like how we have common thing. Like, what's a common thing, right, honey, where women would be like, hey, don't look at that other woman.
I don't care.
Right? Like, my wife doesn't care if I go look at another woman.
She looks good. She smells good. He can go ahead and look all he wants as long as he's not touching. Yeah. That is it.
And as long as I'm not spending my resources.
The income, the chin, the narrow. Why would I care?
When you know the truth, you know what you're committing to this relationship.
My husband had to do a business trip all the way in Japan, China, wherever else. Does it look like I'm insecure? I'm texting him day and night? No, we have that trust in each other.
Correct.
Right? You have to trust each other. If not, you don't have that trust. The foundation, you know how they say the foundation is a strong pillar of everything else? If that foundation isn't strong, trust me, everything else will collapse. Okay? So you need to have that trust in each other. If you don't trust your man, you don't trust your woman, then you know what that shows you? You're both insecure and you shouldn't be with each other. Because you know why? You're always going to have that pillar. Here, I don't trust. And that part with, Mr. Tate and CHIAN talking about, okay, they can't make a strong pillar because both of them don't have trust. You cannot say, I'm going to lock up my woman and just keep her still there because that just shows her. Okay, hey, Mr. Tate, come in and
Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with him.
Have a conversation.
I think that's one thing we can agree to disagree on, I guess, right?
Okay, because you can't shelter somebody. I don't care if it's a man, it's a woman. You can't hold them lock and key in something.
I don't. Well, to obviously clarify it, I don't think that's what he was saying, honey.
Well, I know.
I'm just saying that when we don't focus on the truth, then we kind of make these generalized comments.
Yes.
Right? And so when you're looking at it from the aspect that the woman is this modern woman that, she's going to be so hypergamous, right? Because she doesn't know the truth. And I get that, right? If you had married a woman and then you've been married to a woman and you haven't discussed the truth with her and you have to kind of lead her, right? And almost kind of in a way control her because you realize that, hey, if I don't continue controlling her within this truth and leading her on this truth, she's going to go off the rails, right? But my point then is, why don't you just tell her the truth?
Yeah.
Why don't you say, hey, wife, right?
Yep.
We're doing this for the kids. We're doing this for each other and the family. These are the values that we're supposed to be bringing to each other, right? If you mess up and give these values of yours to someone else, I'm gone, right? And if I do the same and you don't like it and you're gone, then that's what it is. And then at that point, you can say, okay, hey, everything's out in the open, right?
Yep.
Communication, right? We talk about on this channel all the time how communication between husband and wife should be the utmost important, right?
Very important.
At the end of the day, everyone knows where they stand, right? And so like, hey, go ahead, go do what you want to do. There's no reason to not trust the other person, right?
Well, even before, with Twan and I, we've known each other when we were 16, right? Did I not tell you what I expect in each other?
Yeah.
We did. We talk about that trust. We talk about, hey, you can do this, you can't do that, all that stuff. We're open with each other, and we will get into that later.
But that's a different video. But at the same time, guys, it's also a continuation, right? You have to kind of build this rapport with people, right? So.
Right? I'd look after the child. It depends on a lot of scenarios afterwards. I'd make sure the child's financially taken care of. If you were prepared to be a loyal woman, I'd make sure you were taken care of. If you're going to start sleeping with other dudes, whatever, then it's your problem. Baby's your problem, it's all your problem. But if you're going to be loyal to me still, then I'd take care of you. But if you're going to start saying, oh, no, I got a new man now, cool, he can pay the bills, then it's not my problem.
No, when you have a child, that's your responsibility.
No, but if you want to start sleeping with other dudes, then it's his problem. It's an accident, right? So you shouldn't be punished in life, and the child's absolutely and utterly innocent. I would take care of you completely. And I'd take care of the child completely. And I'd always want to see the child. But if you were to say now, after, let's say, a year or 2 years, whatever, I have a new man now, blah, 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 I'm like, all right, cool. Kids with me 2 days a week, whatever it is. I'll make sure the kid's looked after. But I'm not financing you in another man's lifestyle. I'm not just sending money to your bank at random and just making sure that you and this dude, whoever he is, are going on holiday and whatever. I'll take care of the child while he or she is with me. And I'll always see the child. But if you have a new man, you have a new man. You ain't my problem anymore. You got to pay your own rent.
No, but I
ain't
feel
my
like
problem.
you still need to cover some sort of responsibility there. It's not, I'm
Some
not asking you
sort.
to pay my whole rent, I'm just saying.
Okay, some sort, yeah, but some sort is a
No,
reasonable
what
balance.
you're saying, I agree with what you're
But
saying.
they're going to come along and say, oh, you're rich, give me 10 G's a month, and you're
Okay.
fucking some next dude. And the answer is
Okay,
no.
but with that scenario, how do you know women aren't going to try and trap you?
I'm not a fool.
You're not a fool.
No.
I don't think there's much to conversate.
Good question. All right.
Yeah, I do. You don't? Do you like receiving it?
Absolutely.
Not another one.
Don't, my dear, listen.
Oh, here he
It's
goes.
been a long evening, and it's been very enjoyable. Let's not start talking about how men and women are different again. You know, you're yes, I'm no, it's fine. We're opposites, okay. It's how it should be. Women are supposed to do certain things that men can't do. Women are very talented, beautiful creatures. You can give life, we can't do that. It's fine. You can give head, we can't do that. This is not for the G's. I don't know who's out here doing this, but it ain't me. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of men out there who will do it.
Do you not want to please your woman, though?
There's plenty of ways to please a woman without doing that.
That's a big factor. That's a good one, sexually.
Maybe for you, I think that it's possible to please a woman without it.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay, so I don't think it's something that is conducive to a healthy relationship. It's not something I'm very interested in, personally.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I go crazy. Yes.
Okay, so that last conversation about giving head, right, guys? Obviously, that's more of a lewd adult conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should answer that, honey,
No.
because that's really not our
No, that's not
content
our
here,
area.
guys. And
No.
and honestly, it doesn't relate 100% to the truth. I'll be honest with you. You know, obviously, fidelity, all that type of stuff is part of the truth. But I will say this, guys. Obviously, maybe, hey, in the future, you know, if we create another channel, another Patreon page or something like that, maybe we'll discuss that on that channel. Okay, guys? So we'll see.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Why?
Why the f would I?
You might have maintained like a good relationship.
What? What is this? These lies in my...
How's it a lie? It could be like a good woman.
Let's talk about masculine and feminine friendship. I understand why you'd be friends with an ex. Because you can gain things, right? You're friends with that man. He might, I don't know, occasionally buy you some dinner, or he might pick you up, or he might help you with
Because he's my
something.
friend.
Yeah, it's because he's your friend. Correct.
You know,
You
no
just-
things, just a friend.
Yeah, that's right. He's just a friend. He'll do some things for you. As a woman, what things will you do for him?
I'm here. I'm a really good friend, actually.
Chat shit on fucking WhatsApp. Anything else?
No, I saw them, checking on them. Like the things that I feel like men need, like we do as women.
Men will do real things for you. A female friend won't do shit for you besides try and get attention out of you. That's it. It's a waste of time to have female friends as a man. Complete waste of time. They don't give you anything. Being friends with an ex, I completely understand why she would do it. The man's going to get horny. The man's going to want to message her now and again. The man's going to want to bang her now and again. The man might do favors for her, X, Y, Z, but she ain't going to do nothing for him. So any man who is friends with a woman is giving his attention without retrieving and receiving what he wants from a female, which is sex. So it's a mistake. It's a mistake to make. If you give something away for free, it has no value. My attention has value. I don't give my attention to people who don't give me what I want in return. It's a waste of time. What's she going to give me? Advice? You think I need advice from some ex? The fuck? I don't need your advice. She's going to do nothing but sit there and go, hey, babe, and send me the odd fucking selfie trying to get attention again. I see her as a liability. I see her as something for me to pay money for someone to pick up, someone to defend if we randomly get an attack on the street, someone to give a shit about without any exchange. And what does she give me?
Exchange, advice.
Advice? What dude is getting advice from chicks?
just
What dude is
love.
getting advice from girls? Any man who sits there and goes, my life ain't going right, let me text some chick, is a dumbass. He's a dumbass.
How is he a dumbass?
Because you should go to your boys, your team.
No, because boys do this weird toxic alpha.
It ain't toxic alpha. It really isn't, my dear.
really is. It
no.
really is, okay.
If a man has a serious issue in his life, He can't go to a woman. If a man goes to a woman with his issue, it's not a serious issue. I feel sad, my ex left me, some dumb shit.
Yeah, but
right?
women can give a
They're
rational-
trying to kill me. I need a gun now. You don't text some chick in your phone. You text your boys, because it's only your men who can help you. I'm in Ukraine. The Russians have invaded. I need a way out. Who's got a car? Oh, Cheyenne's coming. Peugeot 206. Get fucked. Don't lie to me. The women can't help you. Women cannot help you.
That's an extreme situation. That
But life's extreme. As a man on the edge, life is extreme, my dear. Life is extreme. Yes, life is extreme.
That was no.
That was yes. Don't lie to me. It's not about just advice. My point is that when a man and a woman are friends, I think the woman extracts a lot from the friendship and she gains a lot of things. And I don't think the man gains things to an equal value.
But can I just explain? There's actually a lot of women that don't want anything from men.
Why are you his friend then?
Because sometimes there's men that possess amazing qualities and you just want to make them greater. That's what women do. We add value to anything we do. But maybe just the women that you're surrounded by probably give you that warped perception. Because maybe they're just shit women.
Wrong.
But the women that I know are good women that add value to everyone's life. So
women add value completely. I agree. My point is that if you're a man whose life is in order, and many men don't have a life.
Hey, so they're kind of moving the goals here, guys, because the original question, okay, and this is a very long conversation. Sorry we let it kind of drag on, because I was hoping they would stop. But the original question was, would you stay friends with an ex? Not just would you be friends with a girl or a woman or some random girl, right? So there specifically, you had this sexual relationship with somebody, right? And now you're going to continue remaining friends. So that was where the context needed to start, right? I mean, do you want to start, honey, about that?
If you had a sexual relationship with him, no.
Yeah.
My answer would be no.
Correct.
You broke up for a reason. Why would you want to go back? And that's the truth. Why would you want to go back? Move on. Move forward. If it's called an ex, it's an ex for a reason.
Yeah.
You guys are done with each other. Move on. There's nothing to really linger. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and there's that fidelity aspect, guys. That's the problem with sex, right? There's this physical attraction to this person that, unfortunately, because of that, you can never be true friends, right? You can't be friends when you want to bang the other person, right? Because at that point, that's a high value, guys, right? The fidelity for the women should be treated as a high value. I get it nowadays, feminism, women, right? You think sexual liberation, you think, sex is free for all, and you guys have devalued the sexual market so much that sex ain't worth a dime anymore, right? But technically, it was supposed to be worth the commitment of a man, right? If you actually had realized its power, right? But that's my point. So because there's always that value potential, where is that, unfortunately, value exchange in this relationship? So no, if you're an ex, or if you ever had any type of sexual connotation, right? And so this segues to why in general, right? We're talking about in generalities now, right? Why it's not behooving of a man to be friends with a woman, right? Because there's always going to be this sexual connotation, right? Now, when we're talking about friendship between, let's say, an aunt or a cousin, right? Or let's say it's maybe someone's mom, right? There's always this barrier of sexual, obviously, of potential sexual urges, right? Because either they're family or they're obviously someone else's significant other, right? Like a lot of women will say, well, my husband is best friends with my girlfriend. Well, because you're his wife, so you have this barrier here that will prevent him from wanting to sleep with her, even though he might want to, right? The point is, yes, can there be friendships between men and women that could be beneficial to the men? Yes, in this respect, guys, and I'll give you ladies this one out, right? The advice that you guys keep on saying that you will give a man is supposed to be the truth. Okay, but the problem is in this day and age, because once again, guys, right, the truth. Men like Andrew Tate, because they are still not 100% understanding of the truth, right? Once again, this is not a diss on Andrew Tate, right? He doesn't have to be. He's a multi-millionaire, well-to-do dude. He don't have to go get married and get kids right now, But I'm just saying men like him, and the majority of men like him, the majority of men who are in this RP community, that's why I always tell you guys the RP community isn't 100% the truth, right? If they realize the truth, they would say, okay, yeah, if a woman was giving me advice on the truth and I didn't know that advice before, for example, right? If a woman told me, hey, when you're looking for another woman to actually be your wife, she should have these feminine qualities.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
She should try to be nice. She should try to be
Nurturing.
caring. She at least should know how to cook, right? She shouldn't be a hoe. 304, I'm sorry,
true.
right? So a point is, if a female out there, let's say you're a man and you didn't know these things about the truth, about what the woman should be bringing to the table, right? And you have this quote-unquote woman friend, right, who's giving you this advice, like, hey, you should be looking for someone who's beautiful and pleasant and well-to-do and not like, a bitch and stuff like that.
Caring
Then that's giving you good advice.
Yeah.
But that's the problem is most women, modern women
Not
nowadays,
modern women.
aren't giving you that advice.
Nope.
They're telling you, hey, if a woman's strong and independent and freaking she got her own job and, and that's the one type of woman you should be looking for. Right. And so I get it. A lot of these men in the RP community is basing their start, their premise, their context from that start. Right.
And how that worked out, guys.
Yeah.
Look at the modern woman now trying to be with a beta guy or whatever guy. Look at how it turned out.
Yeah.
Look at our crazy ass world right now.
Yeah. But you can see that how
Society.
the truth can be beneficial to both sides. OK, guys. So.
In order, right? If you're a man and your life's not in order, then maybe you can get advice from a chick, right? Because there's guys like this. There's the guys who need their girlfriend or their chick to tell them to stop playing video games, or they need their chick to say, maybe you should go to the gym, like a jackass, right? They need mothers. But if you're a G and your life's in order, right?
You're a G.
Yeah. If you are a G and your life is in order, I'm not saying I am. If your life's in order, everything's going well, you're making your money, you're in good shape, you've got a good network, everything's on track, you did it all before you met some chick, it's all on track. The train is on the track, it's heading towards success. You don't need female advice, right? Most of the time when a man and a woman are friends, the female is extracting attention from the friendship, which I don't blame her for, but females love attention. Why wouldn't they, right? They're extracting attention from the friendship. They might get picked up, they might get rides, they might get bought dinner. And on top of that, the man still has certain masculine responsibilities, right? If someone comes up and snatches her purse, he has to run after the dude, risk his life now, risk getting stabbed for some chick who doesn't suck dick, blah, blah. Whereas what does the man get from the woman? Advice? Is that it? A woman can't give the man anything outside of a romantic relationship. Inside of a romantic relationship, she can give him love, she can give him care, she can give him protect his spirit, she can add peace to his life.
Yeah. That's what we can add.
As a romantic partner.
Women can just do that as a friend.
No, they can't.
Okay.
That is a lie.
Okay.
You lied to me. A woman who is not romantic with the man cannot add genuine peace to that man's life.
Yes, they
Fucking
can.
lie.
Yes, they can.
Lying. Who are you lying to?
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. But you just think women are only good for just if they're there sexually.
It's not about being there sexually.
Yeah, but it is
about
because they've just you've just said.
A woman's job is to spiritually protect her man.
But you can do it with a friend. You can also do that. Listen, I pray for all of my friends. Your perception of women is messed up because maybe it's just the certain women that you know.
Stop trying to pretend I know bad women.
No, but I'm saying, that's clearly what it is. That's clearly what it is.
No, it's not.
Because there's plenty of other good women, and this is why for me it's exhausting explaining this to you because there's so many good women.
I can't obtain.
It's going really long, guys. So we gotta stop. Once I gotta tell you guys, these conversations kind of start going on tangents.
Just
okay.
keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna start, honey, because like I
go
said,
ahead.
I have some something to say. Okay, guys. So once again, guys, because both of these people don't know the truth, right?
Nope.
A woman can inspire and give you advice if she's your friend, if she points out the truth to you. The reason why, another thing I really hate, guys, right? And once again, this is not a diss on Andrew Tate. This is not a diss on any of these high-value, quote-unquote, men and men in the manosphere. You're a top G, man. Just say it. I'll tell people straight, it's like, hey, I'm not the best in shape, but I'm above average, right? I was a bodybuilder. I'm average height. I'm not short, right? I'm above average in earner, and I'm above average in status. I'm a high-value guy. I got no problem. And then if someone says, well, Mr. So-and-so is higher value than me, then I say, yeah, of course, he makes more money than me. Yep. But if another person doesn't make more money than me, I'm like, no, you're freaking an idiot. I make way more money than him. Point is, we know where we fit, right? And so if you know where you fit, you're a top G. Where Andrew, because he doesn't know the truth, that's where he's lacking the top G status, right? A woman could give him the advice. If I was giving Mr. Andrew Tate an advice right now, I'd be saying, hey, if you had no focus on the truth, right, then you would know that, hey, that is the top level G, right? And that's where she cannot argue with you.
Yep.
Because when you know that, hey, yeah, my values are super high. And if I wanted to, bitch, I could freaking go get a family and provide for my family and teach my kids the best values. That way they become high value people. So, yes, I am the top G.
Yep,
but I just don't want to do it right now. That's all he has to say, and that would shut her argument up. Like, bitch, I know the truth. I know that if I want to have a kids and a wife and have the most successful family, I can go do it. I choose not to do it right now because I can freaking do what the hell ever I want. You say that, she got nothing to say. You don't have to go on this whole rant of like, women can't do this and men can't do that. No, focus on the truth, and then would you freaking squash these damn debates. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And yeah, so that's the whole point, right? Is both sides don't know the truth, and because they do that, they just don't understand what this purpose is, right? And so they can't clarify it. They can't logically reason why they're doing these things. So they have to come up with all these kind of like, unfortunately, vague answers to try to like. It's not even justify. It's just try to explain, but they can't explain it.
No.
Okay, so therein lies the problem.
Yep.
Anything I'm interested in from a friendship with a female. Okay. It's no hard feelings to girls. I don't have any female friends, not one.
So it's just more because men would want to fuck their friends.
Men do want to fuck their friends. Yeah. That's a separate.
Okay, so that's why.
No.
Okay, that's what it is really. Then.
No, that's a separate argument. That's a completely separate argument that we can go into if you want. No. Every single man wants to fuck his female friend because if all these girls go, he's just my friend. Yeah, put on 20 stones, see if he wants to talk to you. Fuck no. Oh yeah, protect your spirit when you're fat. Oh, you can't do it anymore. You lost your spiritual powers, now you're ugly. Isn't that funny? How'd that work out? It's bullshit, man. The man's trying to get laid, and the chick's enjoying attention. And I'm telling you that as a man, you obtain nothing from a female friendship. You obtain nothing but responsibility without authority. You're going to sit there and say, I'm her friend, I'm going to take care of her, I'm going to hang out with her, I'm going to take her to the cinema and buy her a ticket, and she's going to go home and fuck some other dude. Stupid. I'm not saying I won't be polite to be, hi, nice to meet you, good to see you, bye. I'm never going to be like, hey, let's go for dinner, we're just friends.
Why? But friend dates is a thing. This is
my brain.
No, but this is what I'm saying to you because it needs to be normalized. Because if you don't have any female friends, you're just basing all your philosophies on just women that you don't even talk to.
Men who pretend to be friends with girls are just trying to get laid because there's nothing else to do with a friendship with a girl but trying to get laid. It's just some beta male bullshit trying to pretend they're getting laid.
Okay.
If they were G, they'd just try, she'd say no, and then move on with their life.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
Okay, I've got a long list of good male friends, so we'll just agree to disagree on this.
Put on 10 stone and text them. Good luck.
Andrew, what's the...
So just the last thing about that too, the last thing I want to touch on, because these women don't know the truth. And guys, this is the reason why the truth is, I can't really say 100% certainty which one is more important. Is the truth more important for women and men or men, right? Personally, right now, I think it's more important for women, right? But the truth also, guys, is that men have lost the truth as well too. But my point is, when she brings about this context of like, well, there's all these women that can be, good friends, how when you guys don't even know what values you were supposed to bring to the table because you don't know the truth, right? And so she's gonna say, well, like, I could freaking hang out with you and give you peace and do all these things for you. I can cook for you. No, we need our actually significant other to do that.
Cook for your real man.
Yeah, not a friend.
You're a real man.
But like I said, once again, guys, if she was given advice in terms of like, hey, these are the qualities you need to look out for to find the truth, right? And then that could help save that man, right? But once again, too, that, first of all, a woman who knows that is in the truth, right? Like that, why would she be friends with somebody? Once again, it'd probably be, an acquaintance more than an actual friend, right? Where they're hanging out to each other on every day and like, hey, let's go to a dinner date, or hey, let's go to movies. No man and woman are going to do that unless the man was trying to bang her. I mean, and so they're both right. It's just, once again, because there's no context of this truth to clearly define everything. Just everything is confusing, okay, guys? So I think that's enough of that topic. Let's finish this video.
War Room.
The War Room is an organization I run. for individuals who are trying to escape the matrix.
Like, so can women join it?
Women love the matrix.
So what's your matrix?
No, the matrix.
Explain it. I don't understand.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
So we're living inside of a simulation, right? We're all slaves on some level. And I have an organization which helps people achieve the independence from the systems which are designed to constrain us.
So I can join it?
No, women love control. Women love control and women love systemization.
But so do you.
I love control? What aspects of my life do I enjoy having controlled?
Well, with the way I've been analysing this date.
Okay, analyze it, yeah, go on.
No, it's just
I'm interested.
No, I'm just saying it's a very power dynamic control thing.
I like having sovereignty. I like having control of my own life. I don't like anyone having control over me. And that's what the Matrix does. Whereas females, I don't think, have that same mindset towards the world. I don't think women wake up and realize that they live inside of a large penal colony and need to find a way to escape. I don't think they do that.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What enslaves humanity?
There's a lot of people that are very conscious to life and situations and stuff. So I feel like it's very small-minded for you to just think that women can't join your matrix.
Well, it's not small-minded because it's mine. So firstly, I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
Okay.
And secondly, I think that my organization runs best without female participants. And it's not saying that the female in and of herself will be a bad person or an unworthy participant. I just think the organization is better if it's purely male. For the same reason you don't have women on the front line. Like when it's all men, you focus on the task. When there's a chick around, there's some showing off, there's some trying to impress the chick. It just dilutes the efficiency.
But I feel like you would attract entitled women.
Maybe to a degree, but I also think that like everything in life, there's balance. I would completely understand a woman who said, I won't date broke men. But a woman who were to sit here and say, I want X money, I'd already get fucked. So it's a balance, right? I understand why a woman wouldn't want to date a man with no money, but I also would never allow a girl to treat me like a sugar daddy.
What is your type, physically?
There's all types of beautiful women. Beautiful.
Okay, your type.
The Matrix, honey. Right. What are your thoughts on the Matrix? Because I want to clarify it for all his viewers out there. I want to clarify it for everyone out in the world, right? Because it's a big thing. So what is your thoughts on his whole conversation there about the Matrix?
The Matrix, like with the right now with society and the government controlling us, like there's, just like right now.
Social constructs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like the feminine movements. Okay, we're giving in that power,
things,
all that stuff, right? Government is playing on, okay, women, go ahead and do your thing. You can just not be responsible, be irresponsible, and we'll take care of you. Okay, so you're sort of like saying, hey, I'll control you. You rely on me, but I'll do all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like you don't have your mind. You're just a little bit robot. Just do the things I tell you to do, right? You don't have a voice. You don't have a leg to move. That's what they want. They want power and control. And these are the things that feminist movements don't seem to understand. Without men in power, when you shame them, when you sort of like not nurture and care for those men, right? Government isn't totally going to protect you, women. When there's battlefield, they're going to protect their own family. The strong, they're going to take care of their family. They're not going to take care of you. When there's a war that broke out, who do you think they need in front line? They need those strong men. But because you made these men and shamed them and not care for them, okay, they're not going to want to care for you either, women. Yeah. Think about that. They don't have someone to even care for because you're not showing the nurturing, the caring, and the respect that you're supposed to give them.
Well, let's focus on, like I said, on this topic, which is about the Matrix. No, you spoke all about the truth, but let's not go off on a tangent about the Matrix. Okay, so the Matrix, guys, this is the Matrix. This is the first fallacy that everyone believes, that the Matrix is a new thing. Okay, the Matrix has been around since the beginning. No, since the beginning, because the truth has been around since the beginning. I'm going to blow everyone's minds right now when I tell you exactly what the Matrix is, okay?
Listen up.
Okay? The Matrix is just a system that was created, right, by men to control the truth. Wow. Mind-blowing, right? So all these social constructs, religion, right, cultural normalities, right? Right? Like, why do Asian cultures do certain things? Why does, Russian, whatever culture does certain things, right? It's all to control the pursuit of this truth, guys, right? So when we try to go gather our values, right? When we say women shouldn't be working with men, they need to stay in their own place, right? It's all to control the truth, okay? And so that's what these guys need to understand when they have this conversation. What you guys out there is a learning lesson to understand when we have all these conversations on a day-to-day basis, political, cultural, whatever, ethnicity, whatever, okay? So that in lies is what the matrix is, okay? Yep. And so what it wants to always do is to control all your values. That's the easiest thing to do, is to control your values.
Yep.
Right? So it'll tell you, hey, no, a woman can go, go gain money, go gain resources, which is supposed to be a man's value, right? But she can go gain resources, right? And what that does, or, hey, she can go be 304, right? Or men, mental health, right? Don't pursue resources, worry more about your mind and your body, your peace, right?
Don't have purpose.
Yeah, don't have a purpose, right? Like, we all should, just get something, right? And men, don't be aggressive, right?
No.
Right? If you're an aggressive man, you're the bad person, right?
Yep.
Guys, right?
Wrong
so
info.
Both of them, unfortunately, once again, they're looking at it from not knowing this context. And so when Andrew Tate is talking about, well, hey, I don't want women in the war room, right? Because, guys, the war room is focused on gaining men's values.
Men's.
Okay? And so if she realized that, once again, if both of them realized what the truth was, she would say, okay, I don't want to be part of the war room.
Yeah.
Women shouldn't want to be part of the war room because it's a group of men that are trying to gain men's values, right? If Andrew Tate made a female war room, it would try to be, hey, let's teach women how to be feminine. Let's teach women how to be beautiful and maintain their beauty, right? It would literally be like a boot camp for women, right? Yeah, shout out to Allie. I know she's talked about, wanting to do like a boot camp for women, right? But anyways, that's what it would be. So it wouldn't be the war room, guys. And a woman wouldn't want to be in there, right? So quit thinking we're the same.
That's like
right?
you men wanting to be in the mommy's group.
Yeah,
Why the hell
exactly.
would you want to be in a mommy's group?
Why would we want to take like a makeup class, for example?
Yeah, come on.
Right?
If you're a true man, why would you want to be in like a mommy's group, how to breastfeed your child? You're not going to be breastfeeding a baby. Does it look like you're going to be that man that
try to wear heels and try to put makeup on and try to act demure and freaking hold yourself a certain way to look sexy? Like, why would you do that? Those are women's values.
A true man needs to be a true man. That's why you guys have roles. A man's got to be masculine, all that stuff, has his clout, his fame, his resources intact.
So,
a woman's got her nurturing, caring, whatever else.
So
why would you want to switch that role? You got to go straight line.
So the key is the matrix are the systems in place that continually try to trick you from the truth. Right? So anytime you guys see something out there in your daily lives, now that I've exposed this to you, and that's all I am doing, right? We talk about this all the time, honey, right? We're mom and dad, right? We're like your guys' mom and dad on this internet, on this intersectional dynamics, on this personality, right? We're not trying to tell you guys what to do.
Nope.
We're just exposing the truth to you guys, and we're showing you guys the consequences of those actions, right? Right. So now that you guys know the truth, when someone comes up to you and be like, hey, do you want to freaking support this? Or do you want to support that? Right. Or, hey, do you want to do this? Why don't you cut your hair short and freaking dye your hair pink and freaking, vote this way and vote that way and all this other stuff. Right. Focus on the truth. Does it give you the best outcome to pursue the truth? Right. And if it doesn't, then you say, hey, this is a freaking cap. This is a matrix system. This is a system. This is a program from the matrix trying to trick me into not pursuing the truth.
Yep.
Okay? And therein lies the lesson. Okay, guys?
Very true.
Beautiful's beautiful. Okay, beautiful's beautiful. Blonde is beautiful. Brunette is beautiful. There's hot brunettes. There's hot blondes. I don't have a type. To say that I only like one particular type of woman is small-minded. I don't think any man thinks that way anyway. Maybe we have a preference, but I don't believe in a particular type.
Do you believe your own bullshit?
I don't think anything I've said to you so far is bullshit. Maybe the shoe thing. That's about it. The rest of it's completely true.
Some of your views are very extreme, a bit misogynistic.
Are they?
And a little bit of an ego.
So if you had a boyfriend, would you have male friends?
I would, but it's just you've just got to know how to have boundaries with friends. I'm not going to be calling that friend past 8 o'clock.
If your man said, I'm uncomfortable you having male friends and you love me and we're together forever and we're about to have a child or about to get married, whatever, stop talking to them all, would you stop?
No. I believe in compromise, but not that, because now it's a control issue. End of the day, as long as I make you feel like you're my man, you're my king and everything else like that, that's not on me if you're insecure that I have male friends.
Do you think
that's a you problem.
Do you think that's insecurity?
That's a you problem. Yes, it is. It's a you problem.
I don't think that's insecurity.
Okay. It's not insecure then.
Territorial maybe, but not insecurity.
I think we
Andrew,
killed
how
that
do you think you've
conversation
done on
to
the
death
day?
already.
I think that I've pissed you off at least 4 times. At least.
Yeah.
And I think that I could have said everything in a far nicer way. In terms of purely attracting you, I don't think I've done that well. But it's been an interesting conversation. And I think that us both having an interesting conversation, and you've made me think a few times. I hope I've said things that made you think a few times. And I think that's more important than just purely the attraction. So I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, me too.
Good.
That was hard work.
We actually agree on everything. I was trying my best to say things in a way that she couldn't allow herself to agree with them, but we actually agree on everything. I think she's smart enough to want a man who's in charge of his life, and by extension would be in charge of the relationship, and by extension would be in charge of her. But if you say it in that way, it upsets her.
I don't know, mine's a bit, like he was just draining, exhausting. Like men like that actually think like that and actually believe what they're saying, like it's mentally exhausting.
There was a point when I wanted to say sniper out now on all digital platforms. I didn't say that yet. I wanted to bring that one out and I didn't. But besides that, we did good. That's the only answer I missed.
No, I would not see Andrew again. Do I look like I'm going to see him again?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a busy man.
Actually, no, I will. Do you know what? I will see him again because I'm going to prove my point that men need women as friends. How about that?
I said some things she agrees with and some things that deep down she knows are true, but I said them in a way which were deliberately abrasive and offended her, so I think she's going to give me a 6.5 or a 7.
Right, so this guy, he's egotistical. He has a delusional mindset on women and he thinks he's a bit too nice. However, I feel like he did have a good conversation. He is a man that knows what he wants. He obviously gets what he wants, so you can't knock it. And he looked nice, so I'm going to give him a 6.
Okay, guys, so that was the final end of the video, right? Like as promised, this was our last video. This is reaction because it was kind of choresome for us. Guys, it's not that we don't like to talk about these conversations, right? But it does get frustrating when the truth is not in there, and so you can kind of see the confusion, right? It's kind of like, you know, we see the answers because we recognize the truth, and so when we're like sitting there watching these people talk about, you know, these topics, and they cannot explain it because they don't have this understanding, right? It's kind of like 2 + 2 = 4, right? It's right. We talk about it all the time, but it's like in their minds they've never seen the number 4 before. So they're like, oh, 2 + 2, I think it equals 3. Oh, 2 + 2, I think it equals 5. You know, it's like they keep, you know, trying to come up with the answer, but they don't know the answer.
Not the modern way of thinking. It's like right now, just like right now, okay? You know a woman have certain body type. You know what I mean? Like we have down there a vagina, okay? Men have penis. But now you're going to be like, oh, well, guess what? They can be whatever they want type deal. No, you can't. A woman's got certain things. A man's got a certain body type. You can't.
The truth, guys.
The truth. Come on.
How are you going to make the truth successful if you don't have those body parts?
Okay,
right?
So what? Now we're
biology is just thrown out the window, right? One thing I did want to say about her last thing about men, you know, and women can becoming friends, right? You know, she said something about, well, I have boundaries. Well, that's the problem. Because you're looking at it from only your perspective, right? And that actually kind of, I wanted to point that out, guys, because ladies who say this, and I know a lot of modern women out there say this, well, you know, I don't think of him as that. So, you know, I would never go that way, right? But to every manosphere's point, right? The man thinks of you as that way. He wants to have sex with you. But the other thing I wanted to say to clearly prove the point, right, is that you literally just answered your own question. The fact that you have to say that I have boundaries knows that there's this boundary that is even present. You know the man wants to have sex with you. So the fact that you say that I have this boundary where I won't allow him to cross, you're literally just self-snitching on yourself, saying that you know that this man will never be friends with you because he wants to bang you. So I have to put this wall up in front of myself, right? So ladies are delusional, guys. I don't know what else to say. The modern woman is delusional, right? She literally just called herself out by telling you that there's this boundary, right?
And the other thing that upset me is your man. He said he's going to want a future with you, have kids with you, which is the truth, the purpose of the outcome. He said, if I told you
committed
to you, whatever else, I'm giving my life, my resources to you, okay? Cut off these male friends. would you do that for me? Her answer was
no.
No. Why would you the F say that? Why would you? Okay? You're the man that is, he's giving his life, his resources, working himself to death. And here's your friend, okay, texting you. What are you benefiting from your friend, your guy friend? Besides, hi, hey, how's it going? You know, in his mind, if you're
and
good
then wanting
looking,
to have sex with
yeah,
you.
in your mind, in his mind, okay, if he's a friend who's texting you more than your own husband or whatever else, or needing your advice, he's not really needing your advice that much, okay?
He's not. He's hanging out with you to eventually try to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is the other thing too, right? Like we talked about a lot of exceptions to the rules on this video, honey, right?
Yeah.
If a woman was really in that relationship with this man that she needed to give advice to, let's be honest, ladies, a lot of you ladies out there that are having to hang out with men like this, right? You wouldn't want to hang out with these men.
You wouldn't even want to date them,
right?
Because they're simps and they have issues.
Because once again, the men live in reality, right? If we're not on quote unquote the pursuit of the truth, even if we don't know the truth, meaning gaining our resources, gaining our fitness, gaining our freaking status, most women wouldn't want to hang out with us anyways. So they're just gonna finesse us, and right. And so in essence, it would go back to what Mr. Tate was talking about, which is like, what is the purpose of having this friendship then? Because literally, the woman is just using you for free dates, right, for free attention, right, give you to drive them around, and then of course, if they have to defend you, right, if your purse got stolen and now they have to go and freaking defend you, what value are they getting out of it?
And think about it, men. Okay, you know this girl's not even interested. Why are you wasting your damn time and all that stuff?
Oh, because.
You know, I understand. Just in case
hope.
that you'll get that.
For the
hope that you'll get to sleep with her.
Yeah.
Okay? And like you said, like my husband said, if a purse is stolen, you're going to put your life over for her when she is not even going to commit to you? You can't even put a ring on her, or you're not even going to get sex out of it or whatever else? It's stupid. I'm just saying, it's like
we beat that to a dead horse, guys. But once again, it's the truth, right? And to answer your question
Open
earlier,
your eyes, honey.
Well, yeah, 100%. And and to answer the question earlier, honey, why all this stuff is the Matrix. Why would she say something like that? Because you've been lied to by the Matrix to think that the pursuit of the truth is not important, right? So you'll forgo the pursuit of the truth, right? Just to be a hoe, just to be hypergamous, just to have your options open for potential a better suitor, right? So you're gonna say no to this man that's committing himself to you for the pursuit of the truth, because you yourself doesn't know the truth.
Nope.
Last topic, guys, because this video's kind of been long, right?
Yes.
What do you think about the whole ending there, where she rates him, and what is his rating, and what is their physical attraction about, honey?
Do I have to really rate that part?
No, you don't have to, but I kind of want to make my last statement.
Well, I'm just saying,
on
when she said that he was a 6, come on, he's higher than a 6. If he, Cheyenne, come on, be honest. If he's going to text you and say, you know what, Cheyenne, I love you and whatever else, your ass is going to jump right on board into his private jet that he's going to pick you up in his whatever Ferrari. You'll be right there, girl. Okay, I can already see it. Even though he's already saying the truth on all that stuff, you're still trying to pay attention. You're still sort of doing flirtatious moves on there. You will still want Tate. Okay? I can bet you, and I'm not going to try to bet too high because, I don't want to break my husband's account, okay? $5, girl. If he contacted you, Tate, you let me know, okay? Come down. If viewers out there agree with me, if he reaches out to her, her butt would be right over there.
Yeah, but he would have to simp for her.
Yeah.
Right? And what is simping, guys, right? It's just an unequal value exchange where one
saying.
party is giving more value than they're getting in return.
She will.
Okay? And it's usually obviously on the men's side, right? Because women finesse majority of men, right?
I don't care. She will.
This is what I'm going to finally say about that, right? Once again, the truth, guys, right? Because, see, people that don't even know the truth, like her, she doesn't know the truth. And Mr. Tate, he doesn't know the full truth either, right? But because the reality always hits both genders, regardless of whether you know the truth or not. She inherently knows that because her values are not enough to qualify for this man of this high value in terms of his men's values. So she knows already that he's not going to commit to her. At this point, she knows it's a lost game already, right? He's not going to commit to me. The best value I'm going to be able to get out of this, the best deal I'm going to be able to get out of this is if I'm just one of his women.
Second
right?
at best.
Correct.
Second at best.
Third, or maybe even third or fourth.
Whatever.
Yeah, right?
In Tate's caliber, you can already tell. He's not going to get a girl
Correct.
or bang a girl that's been around.
Correct.
Trust me on that one.
Right.
I know that.
100%.
100%. He's
right?
not going to go, and he's definitely not getting a girl who's old. Trust me
Correct.
on that.
Correct.
That's say like 30 and up,
Yeah.
okay? Definitely not.
So
I can
there
tell you
lies
that
the
for
problem.
sure.
Because now they've already had this long conversation together, and now they kind of know where all their values lie. Even though they don't know the truth, they know that the deal is not good.
Nope.
Right? So the only deal that Mr. Tate would possibly give her would be like, hey, I want to sleep with you. You can be one of my girls. Maybe the next time I show up to London, I call you up and we have sex. Right?
That's about it.
But you're just that. Right? And she knows because that's all she is. She's going to shame him. She's going to say, hey, he's misogynistic. Oh, my God, he's toxic. Men like him are the problem of this world. Right?
Yeah.
Because she knows that he's never going to commit fully to her. Right? But ladies, right, I'm going to give you guys some final advice. Right? If you guys will just, for one moment, step aside from your ego. Step aside from this matrix lie that's been giving you all these false advice, right? And realize, hey, I've done messed up. Okay? I've slept with way more men than I should have slept with, right? I've believed in these values, which are not real values, right? I've become a boss babe, and I've tried to make money, which are not important to what I'm supposed to bring to for the truth, right?
Yep.
And now realize, hey, now that I know where I sit within this truth, now I know where my values are within this truth, what do I need to do to give myself the best outcome?
Yep.
Right? That's why Mrs. Reynolds, she cannot go find a van, right? Because she keeps thinking that these values are supposed to be this. She's trying to put a square peg into a round hole, for lack of better
That
words,
ain't fitting.
right? You need to open your eyes to the truth. And once you realize, okay, well, shit, I've done messed up, but I can correct it now. I'm still young. I'm still pretty, right? I still have some values that some men would still might be okay with and still commit to, right? So go work on your values now that you know what it is, right? Maintain your beauty. Get even more pretty if you can, right? Obviously, don't sleep with any more men. Retain your freaking fidelity, right? And work on your femininity.
That's
Quit
it.
trying to be this boss babe, trying to be this freaking independent woman. And then try to go score yourself the best high you value man for the pursuit of the truth. And once again, guys, look at all the examples that has been successful, right? We talk about our shout out to Allie, right? Shout out to freaking Sierra, right?
Change yourself
Right?
around.
I get it. She still has these unfortunately, modern woman tendencies, right, guys? But for the most part, she's doing her part to keep her high value man happy and being, understanding that he's getting this values from her for this commitment, right? So once you guys realize the truth,
See it.
and can also focus on it, and then now understand that, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yep.
You can have the positive outcomes.
I agree.
But hey, don't take our advice for it.
Yep.
Don't do it. Right?
Do your own
Continue.
thing.
Just
Be oblivious.
just hammering this thing down and trying to get it to fit. Right?
4
and,
plus.
and then what? You're gonna be 40 years old, 45 years old, right? And the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, women do have a time clock, more so than men, right? And that'll be a different video,
Tick,
right?
tick, tick, tick.
Right? But men have a time clock too, but of course, obviously, it's not as short as a woman's, right?
Just watch our other videos, and then you'll get
Correct. And then die
more
alone,
clarity.
right?
There
Die
you go.
alone, then, right?
Okay.
So, anyways, guys, that's been great,
you.
guys. Check out our next videos, right? And like I said, we're gonna start posting some more content for you guys, and so check out for that as well. All right.
Thanks,
See you guys next
guys.
time.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.